grab the fan and run before the you-know-what hits.
Trust Chaska to make even running away sound cool.
Sorry about this. Just stall him for me, okay? I'll explain everything later.
If I can pull off this trick, it'll be so cool.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object. You must be the traveler in Paimon. I heard Chaska was with you, but I suppose she's run away again, has she?
Sorry, who are you?
Who am I? Only her father. She's supposed to go for a checkup every 3 months to see how her abyss condition is doing. We both agreed on it. But she's already missed 3 checkups this year. That's 3 out of... Yes. She got exposed to abyssal energy as a young child. Then her birth parents abandoned her. It's lucky those wild cuckoosaurs found her when they did, or she wouldn't have made it. They took her under their wing and raised her as one of their own. Eventually, some riders out on patrol spotted her and brought her back to the tribe. But she was practically feral at that point. The moment you took your eyes off her, she'd be getting herself into a fight, or she'd run away to be with the Saurians. She seemed to prefer them to her own kind. She might as well have been a Saurian in human form.
That must be the aloof period she mentioned, right?
We later discovered that her exposure to the abyss had planted seeds of conflict in her heart. So, we started trying to bring it under control. But ultimately, she's the only one who can control it. Anyway, she's much more human these days.
Yeah, don't worry about her. She seems pretty stable to Paimon. She's probably only avoiding the checkups because she thinks it'll stop you guys from worrying about her.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. She knows she needs to be careful. If her condition ever took a turn for the worse, she wouldn't be brushing it aside like this. It's just, every checkup she's been to, they find new cuts and bruises. Nothing to do with the abyss, of course. Oh no, that's all fine. The problem with her is, she's her own worst enemy. She's been living dangerously again. I'm sure of it. That's why she's avoiding the checkups. She wants to hide it from us.
Yeah, Paimon can see her doing that.
Oh. In the past, she always had Koichi to keep an eye on her. Now Koichi's gone, and I don't want to lose another daughter. Chaska's been increasingly reckless since Koichi passed. It's like she's trying to make up for it somehow. Next time you see her, please tell her to be careful for me. Even if she doesn't want to hear it. If she doesn't want to do these checkups anymore, that's fine. I just want her to stop putting herself in harm's way.
with Chaska before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right? Hey, Chaska! Hey, Alba!
It's all right. I bet my dad talked your heads off, huh? What did he say? I was sometimes a little impulsive back then.
That's putting it mildly.
The memories. It feels like it was only yesterday when we brought you back and had Cusco and his family take you in. Back then, no one imagined this feral child would grow up to be the strongest warrior of the Flower Feather clan.
Huh? You were the one that brought Chaska back to the tribe?
That's right. Elder Alpa was already a veteran rider by then. She spotted me while patrolling from the skies and tracked down my Kukasaur mom. Mom agreed it was time I tried to re-enter human society. But I didn't know the first thing about being civilized. I clashed with everyone who had to deal with me.
And look at you now, renowned throughout the land as a peacemaker. How time flies. When the day comes that I can't fly anymore, it will be up to you to look after our tribe and our flying squad.
You know me, though. I'm not a natural commander. I'm better off as a lone wolf on the front line. So stick it out at least a few more years, okay? Give Koyer and the others time to come into their own.
Oh, stop.
Wait, so isn't the leader just the strongest warrior in the...
Strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather clan. But strength means far more than martial prowess alone.
If it all came down to individual strength, I'd struggle to call myself a warrior. Well, sorry to disappoint you. It was something I aspired to at one point. So much so that I went adventuring in the Cinders. I came back empty-handed and seriously injured. The fact that I survived was something, I suppose. But after that, I never...
And yet, you still managed to become the leader of the flying squad, thanks to your experience and determination. All while battling those old injuries. Don't you think that's a display of strength in its own right?
Let's shelve this discussion for now. Traveler?
Yes! Paimon was waiting for that. They were for the snack stomach. The refreshment stomach still has plenty of space. Paimon is so full.
Well, if you're enjoying our hospitality, feel free to stay with us as long as you like.
Elder Alba? There's, something's come up.
Hmm?
What happened? Is it serious? Shall I deal with it?
It's... Some merchants showed up, not from our tribe. They said they're here to discuss some potential collaboration with us. Why now? This is terrible timing. There are...
Let me handle the other errands.
You should help too. Seems only fair after all that food we ate.
Huh. Well, much obliged. Cheska, the remaining wingless are all people you know. Let's... Waska's probably still addicted to eyes.
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider, Pashika?
I appreciate it, boss. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with my life nowadays.
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials. Huh? Mutoda?
Ah, did Alpa send you? I was just telling Pashika the news, actually. The way things are with the tribe these days? I mean, you don't need me to tell you. This here is no future for a seasoned warrior like...
Ah, come on, boss. Do you have any idea how long it's been? I've been wingless for years now. I'm not cut out for that anymore. Of course, I'll do my part if we ever need to defend the tribe. But there's really no point in me trying out for the flying squad now. I've already made my peace with it. Not everyone has what it takes to return to the sky after going wingless. Elder Alpa's perseverance is something else. And it's okay if I'm not destined for greatness. I might not have the Kukasaur's approval, but with my hot air balloons, I can still reach the skies. Handling these balloons every day, seeing how the customers react, the looks on their faces, that's enough for me.
Finding something you love doing can be just as hard as passing the flying trial. It's worth holding on to.
Fair enough. It's your choice. I won't force you.
Oh, by the way, you should try taking a balloon ride if you've got the time. Once you've been up there for yourself, you'll see why I love it so much. No problem.
A retrial?
Waskar, I can assure you, Kukasaurus wouldn't judge you for something like that.
Well, they must be judging me for something. Maybe I lack fighting spirit, or just don't have the talent. Not everyone's a natural like you. Don't waste your time on me. You'll have better luck with the ones who still have their heads in the clouds. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna treat myself to a few more games of Eyes on the Feathered Prize.
Yeesh, there's wingless, then there's being a total lost cause.
Used to be a fierce warrior, actually. But fighting spirit alone won't win you the Kukasaur's approval.
Are all Kukasaurs so strict?
It's one thing to hang out and have giving a ride to someone who... So we have a mutual understanding with the Kukasaurus.
Be prepared.
Let's fly.
Hey, Junan. Gazing out at Ochkanatlan again?
Chaska? What are you doing here?
The flying squad is hosting...
Elder Alpa always go-
They're making some big changes.
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make the squad, the location shouldn't affect my chance. A true rider can fly confidently whatever the conditions. Like you and Elder Alpa.
Junan! They're redoing the... Huh? Chaska and the Traveler. I guess they told you already then. Come on, let's go train together.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
What? Why? But you've always looked up to Elder Alpa. She went wingless after her injury and spent years drifting, but even she came back and made it in the end. If she...
I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides, the last thing I want to do is fail in front of her yet again.
Oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. All right. Enough umming and ahhing. Let's just get up and...
Wait! Hold on! Slow down! I can't keep up!
Well, that's one way to do it.
They've been best friends since they were kids. You helped Koyer deal with her internal... But sometimes in life...
We've notified all the wingless on the list now, right? Where to next?
The trial arena. It's not far from the tribe.
there, Chaska. Did Elder Alpa send you?
Yeah, she's got other things on her plate right now.
Well, theoretically, we just need... Why don't you head on down and...
So the blockage here, if I dropped it or slipped and fell, I'd be blown to bits in an instant. All I need now is... What do you think? Simple enough, right? Huh? Oh, that one. No, I've got no idea who that belongs to. I just wish I could... I'll head over and set up now. All right! Get ready!
Hey! Monsters!
The gaseous phlogiston is being replenished. Looks like all the spouts have been unblocked. Let's head back up.
Let's fly! Wow, you took it. Now we just have to wait until the gaseous phlogiston is fully replenished. Then we can kick off the retrials.
Actually, Inkanak, I'd like to do a test flight first, just to make sure we're not missing anything. Could you arrange that for me?
Huh? But you only just finished getting the arena ready. There could still be other hazards we're unaware of.
All the more reason to have...
I guess you're right.
The conditions in this area seem a little unstable. But a test flight is the only way to catch any link.
All right, I'll get things set up for you. Just let me know when you're... Are you ready? This should be a... All right.
No, nothing major.
Help! Help me! You're from the...
Catch your breath first.
We got attacked by a Kukasaur. My friends are still stranded in the middle of the road with the goods we were transporting. Please, I'm begging you, save them!
Huh? Are Kukusaurs really that aggressive? Do they usually attack groups of people unprovoked?
Not in my experience, but there are exceptions to every rule. Let's go check it out.
Ouch! I've never seen such an aggressive Kukusaur.
Task
Elder Alpa?
already flew away. Looks like it backed off once it realized that reinforcements were coming.
So why do you think it attacked these people in the first place? Was it after the food?
No. These merchants are even transporting food.
Ah! Thank goodness! The phlogiston wings are intact!
Phlogiston wings.
Thank you so much for coming to our rescue. These phlogiston wings are our most prized goods. If anything happened to them, it would ruin us.
Wait a minute. Are you the merchants that were looking to collaborate with us? Wormy told me about you.
Yeah, that's us.
I am. You must be exhausted from your journey, not to mention shaking up from the attack. Let me bring you back to our tribe to rest. We can talk business after you've recovered.
But Elder Alpa, what about the Kuka?
Well, our guests here weren't seriously injured, and their goods are intact. There are so many of them around here, you'd expect something like this every once in a while. I don't think we—
Huh? Did you say flying trials? What a
Oh, really? Now I'm intrigued.
Well then, let's forget all about this Kukasaur attack for now. We have some serious business to discuss.
Huh?
So that's it? That all went smoother than expected. Well, guess we'd better get going. Huh? Chaska?
A blood-stained
The flower...
Traveler in Paimon. You came.
Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time. Although...
Yeah.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
Whoa! I feel light as a...
These phlogiston wings are awesome!
What's going... Paimon can barely believe her eyes! How did they fly all on their own?
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called phlogiston wings. It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball that controls the flow of gaseous phlogiston.
That's incredible.
Yeah. If our tribe, well, if Natlan, just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
I feel like I'm dreaming. Did I really just fly on my own without the help of a Kukasaur?
You'd better believe it! Plus, you just passed the flying trial! Right, Elder Alba?
Elder Alpa?
Should this really count as a pass if we did the trial using phlogiston wings?
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It doesn't specifically say you have to ride a Kukasaur, does it?
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, even Chaska had to ride a Kukasaur in a
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to test the ladder anymore.
Chaska, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
You see? Even the Traveler agrees.
I agree that they have strategic value, but I don't think it makes any sense to evaluate candidates by the current testing standards if they're using phlogiston wings.
Why? Shunan finally mustered the courage to go through with this, and now you're saying it doesn't count?
I don't have any experience using these wings in battle, nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate them into the existing systems in our tribe. Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work. Then we can develop a new trial format with new assessment criteria, tailored to candidates using the phlogiston wings.
You all raise valid points. But Chaska, while your proposal sounds perfectly reasonable, it would probably take years to put it into practice. We lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be exactly what we need to strengthen our forces and boost morale in this trying time. And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that. I have high hopes for you, Junon.
Huh? Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you!
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Elder Alpa.
You have nothing to thank me for. Remember, the way you got your wings back was by relying on yourself.
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news! Kukasaurs are attacking the merchants again!
Again? Okay, everyone, stay put while I... Hmm?
Huh? Chaska? Why did Chaska rush off like that? And then Elder Alpa and the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
Oh, it's back! It found us again!
Run! Get... Curses. She's really riled up this time. Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with...
Stop! All of you!
Chaska! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing! What's going...
So it really is you. Sister.
Wait, sister? That Kukusaur is Chaska's sister?
Koya, wait!
Is Chaska gonna be okay? Should we go check on her? Chaska, are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry. No point. She's an expert at hiding her tracks. Once she's shaken you off, you'll never catch up to her. At least, I always used to lose to her at hide-and-seek when we were kids. Well, yeah. You know I was raised by Kukasaurs. We played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. It felt like it would go on that way forever. Until the day I was sent back to live with the humans. Not all Kukasaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because we grew up around each other, but she's not fond of other humans. When Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested and...
Maybe she thinks that humans stole you away from her.
It's a possibility, but in any case, we still stayed best friends at first. I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe. So whenever something went wrong, I'd run off into the wild and vent to Koya.
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed to prefer hanging out with Saurians to your own kind back then.
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, everything changed. With a new mom and dad, a new tribe, and Koichi, I started getting curious about these humans and made an effort to understand their behavior. The more time I spent with them, the less I spent with Koya. And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. She sought me out and asked if I was willing to leave the tribe and go live in the wilderness with her. As far as I can remember, that was the first time she ever approached a human settlement on purpose.
So, how did you answer her?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes. No, I was torn. But I also knew she saw it as a... Not for a lack of it must be hard for Mom, being stuck between... if things... For now, let's bring the...
So, I hear there's been another Kukasaur attack.
Ha! I knew it! They're wild animals, and they can't be trusted.
Hey, show a little respect. The Kukasaurs are our...
Maybe in the flying squad, but they don't give a hoot about the rest of us.
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings, do we even need the Kukasaurs anymore?
Are you kidding? How are we supposed to protect our tribe without them?
I didn't mean it like that.
Huh? Protect our tribe? Or are you just scared that your precious flying squad will lose its prestigious position?
You take that back!
Things are changing so...
Chaska, there's a conflict emerging there. Aren't you going to nip it in the bud?
The whole tribe's talking about this now.
On any other day...
But now that the flu...
I worry that we... Chaska.
I will.
Traveler. You've already...
Thank you.
And don't forget about Pine.
This whole...
You think someone might...
It's possible. Also, Chaska.
I'll do my best.
Okay, so where should we start?
This all began with Koya's attacks. Unlikely. Given how she... If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third...
Let's fly!
Wow, so this is where you used to live as a...
Mm-hmm. Or sometimes we'd both fly from the treetop together, and then after some aerial maneuvering, she'd throw me... After we got a bit older, we went to the nearby shores looking...
Ah! Stop! You're gonna give Paimon a heart attack!
Oh, really? I just thought it made a fun story. Then I'll share more with you when there's time. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Hey, Mama Bird. I'm back. My last visit was only a week ago, wasn't it? See? I visit you more than I visit Papa Cusco. I brought a couple of friends with me. These are the Traveler and Paimon. Traveler, Paimon, this is my mom. Her name is Chimpu. In the human tongue, anyway.
Hi.
No, not really. I don't speak it as such, but I can sort of get the gist. Although only with Mom and Koya, since I spent my formative years with them. Even then, it's basically a best guess based on their sounds, body language, and expressions. Seems to work about 9 times out of 10, anyway. As for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But somehow we still manage to communicate. Call it the family bond, I guess. Don't worry. I'm doing well, but I think Koya might be in some trouble. I know she's never been a fan of humans, but she's never deliberately attacked them before either. What's behind this sudden change?
Does, Auntie Chimpu know anything?
Doesn't look like it. Koya hasn't visited her in a long time. Then, could you please tell me where she's living nowadays? I really need to talk to her. If this animosity between her and the tribe continues, then the next time there's an incident, I don't know if I'll make it there in time. She said she'll take us there. Thank you, Mom. We stay here? Okay. Traveler. Paimon. Mom says we should stay out of sight for now. She'll talk. Koya is very hostile toward humans right now. So if we show up unannounced...
Any idea what they're saying?
Sounds like things are more complicated than I imagined. There's evidence in this area suggesting that Koya might have been the victim of a human attack. No! It's Chime, Koya's child. They came over the sea.
What the heck? Who would...
I searched day and night and finally found them.
Oh, yeah! T'Pol's contraption is working like a charm. Got her in one.
Hey, there's another one. Wait. Who cares? Just get them all. T'Pol pays us per catch. Joska? How'd you get here? Quick, stop her! Or I'll... go Phlogiston Wings!
Uh-oh, looks like it malfunctioned.
This is bad. Mom and Koya are already injured. And if that thing explodes right next to them...
Help! Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone!
Get back!
It's still going.
Guess we need a more permanent solution. All right then.
That was too close. I thought...
Answer us honestly. Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
I am...
Well, she says it was you. Just tell me, who sent you here?
It was T'Pol. He told us to catch all the wild Kukasaurs we can find. And he also said that this Kukasaur has become a thorn in his side, so it needs dealing with urgently.
T'Pol? Huh. Sounds familiar. But where from?
Well, he tends to send his orders in writing. He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, he wears a mask to hide his face. And whenever we trade Kukasaurs for Phlogiston Wings, we deal with his henchmen.
So you didn't even make those wings?
All we did was slap some labels on them and transport them over here, to make them look like they're imported.
To make it harder to trace their origins.
I don't know, honest!
Well, that's mighty convenient, huh? What about if I held a gun to your head? Would that change your answer?
No need. I'm sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. T'Pol doesn't tell us much, but he always stresses that he wants them alive. So that gives us some clues. This is just a best guess, of course, but we suspect that the gaseous phlogiston stored in the trackballs is drawn directly from the Kukasaurs.
What?
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey, keep talking.
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous phlogiston has to be highly refined in order to power the Phlogiston Wings. The slightest imperfection can have disastrous consequences, as you just witnessed. But the Kukasaurs have a natural ability to process gaseous phlogiston. So, if you use them as an intermediary, then...
That's enough. So the Kukasaurs you took, where are they now?
T'Pol should have them. But no one knows where he's based, apart from him and his henchmen. We've tried looking for it ourselves, even followed them a few times. But we always end up losing track of them.
Random thought. Maybe they're hiding up in the sky?
T'Pol. T'Pol. I'm sure I've heard that name. Maybe it was...
Jaska, Traveler!
It's Alpha!
Elder Alba? What brings you all the way out here?
Well, I was patrolling nearby when I heard the sound of an explosion. What's going on? I don't believe it.
Elder Alba, does the name T'Pol ring a bell to you? I feel like I've seen it written down before. Maybe in a list of candidates for the flying trials?
Huh? So he's a member of your tribe then?
No. If he was a member of the Flower Feather clan, I'd definitely know him.
Now that you mention it, I do remember a young man from out. You were away on a mission at the time, which is probably. He was a craftsman from the Children of Echoes, but he'd always dreamed of soaring the skies, so he wanted to join our flying squad.
The Children of Echoes? That's right.
But despite his best efforts, in the end,
Wingless, huh?
perhaps, or maybe it's simply his way of dealing with his regrets over his past flying endeavors.
Either way, it doesn't excuse his abuse of the Kukasaurs. I'm gonna take these guys back and expose the truth to the tribe. It's time for this conflict to end.
Easy, Chaska. Remember what I said about keeping a low profile? The ringleader still hasn't shown himself, and this man's allegation about powering the phlogiston wings with Kukasaurs is only speculation. Bringing these men to the tribe now won't win over any current supporters of the phlogiston wings. In fact, it may even escalate the conflict further. After all, many are mistrustful of the Kukasaurs after recent events.
Is that why T'Pol waited until now to—
I don't know. I mean...
But Koya only attacked humans because they stole her child!
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds. Bravo! My thoughts exactly. I'll take the other members of their crew into custody, too.
Fair enough. Sorry, whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown over. I have to fix this situation before it spirals out of control. Mom, sis, rest up and get well soon. I gotta fly.
Stick with me! So Alpha says that T'Pol's from the Children of Echoes. But how do we track him down? Just ask around until we find him?
Let's start by talking to someone we know. It'll be faster that way. At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person to find is... Wakey, wakey, Shilonen!
Oh, it's you. Okay, give me a second. I'll come down.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther. I don't usually stop for a nap.
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around all day. Yeah. So, you've come all this way and interrupted my precious nap time. Might I inquire as to, why?
I'm sorry, Shilonen, but it couldn't wait. Does the name T'Pol mean anything to you? He's a craftsman, apparently.
Huh. T'Pol. Yeah, that rings a bell. I think that's Puma's child. Nope, I'm afraid you're a few years too late. Why are you looking for him? Huh, phlogiston wings. Wow, okay. The kid actually pulled it off. Well, looks like, no more rest for me today.
Pulled it off? You mean he's tried making something like this before?
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from the Flower Feather clan.
So right after he went wingless, then. Was this flying machine anything like the gun you made me?
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest Kukasaur? No, he wanted to build something that allows anyone to fly freely, even if they're not naturally gifted. But he never got. His parents traveled a lot in their youth and only returned to the tribe, which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. Your best bet is to chat to his direct family. I'll, go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop. I'm back. Allow me to introduce T'Pol's mother.
Hello,
Oh, save the pleasant.
Huh?
I disowned him long ago. He is no child. All he cared about was his... And then when he left us, he left his notebook behind. Whatever. He's no son of mine. He never called me Mom.
Wow, they've really fallen out. Paimon sure wasn't expecting that.
Her husband, T'Pol's father, he passed away recently, and T'Pol didn't even bother to show his face at the funeral. If you ask me, I'll go keep her company. If there's anything else you need, just come and find me.
Thank you.
Okay, so this notebook is the only lead we've got now, right?
Some early designs for the phlogiston wings. And Ochkanatlan, the Cinder City. Looks like that's where he got his technological inspiration from.
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? But that's such a... Oh, yes. The one from the trial arena that was super high up!
That balloon has been there for a while, and everyone's been wondering how it got up there, but... What if that's the wrong question? What if it started off even higher up, above the clouds and out of view? And it only descended to its current height due to some kind of malfunction?
Part of T'Pol's workshop?
Seems likely. If T'Pol's base had been hiding above the clouds this whole time, that would definitely explain why Isidore couldn't find it.
Paimon totally even fly that high?
By myself? Possibly. But with a passenger, no chance. I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least, not without that relic DePaul mentioned in his notebook.
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. We'll have to find another way. Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude. Also, would you really expect Paimon to go up there and take on DePaul all by herself?
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution doesn't mean no one else can. I'm not the only flying expert in my tribe, you know.
Oh, good point. We should go ask Elder Alpa!
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day, too. Let's head back and see what they suggest.
Let's fly!
Chaska, you're finally back. Things are getting really tense in the tribe. Have you made any headway with your investigation?
Some people even think we arrested the merchants just to support the flying squad and crack down on the phlogiston wings.
We found some promising leads, but there's a major...
A relic from the Cinder City?
An airborne workshop. Neither phlogiston...
Really?
Do you still remember those spouts in the arena? When they were all but now, it's flowing...
You mean...
Precisely.
And then we just...
Yes.
It's an extremely risky approach. But I agree that it's feasible.
If you want to give it a try, check with Inkanak at the trial grounds. She can explain how to block the spouts. Chaska, if anyone has a hope of seizing this evidence from the high heavens, it is you.
Isn't bad-mouthing the Kukasaurs going a step too far?
Goodness me, that is a very bold idea.
Maybe so, but we have to act fast. What's the quickest way for us to block off the spouts?
From a technical perspective, then we'll have to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid our prior and it's not without...
So, what happens if we...
It'll collapse.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. As long as...
You're right about rough and...
Look! There's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout!
Open fire!
It actually worked! But wait, how are Paimon and the Traveler supposed to get up there?
Koya can give you a lift. She's actually been following us this whole time.
Wow, Paimon didn't notice at all.
Well, probably because she didn't want to get too close to humans. Or maybe just me. But right now, we need her power.
Whoa, you didn't even have to summon her!
Yes, up there. That's probably where Chime is. All right, let's go have a little talk with this T'Pol. Aha. Just as and sure enough, it only I should be able to figure it out with T'Pol's notebook. Mm-hmm. That should just about do it.
Huh? Here it is! Makes you wonder why T'Pol even bothers with
Well, also, for someone like
But if why bother making a hope? But this doesn't add up.
with any luck.
Cuckoosaurs!
Let's fly!
Why won't it fly away?
She's still breathing, but barely. By the looks of it, once a Kukasaur is drained of phlogiston... Let me see. Log number 330. With the support of...
Even though it relies... Log number 348. Research on the relic is progressing well. I should be able to replicate the technology and scale up production. Has proposed log number 3... Log number 1... Log number 17... Log number 121. Major breakthrough.
Huh? So many parts?
Yeah, probably...
Did anyone else...
We haven't got time for... Huh. Never seen one of these before. Looks like this was built with the Cinder City components, too.
You're not thinking of giving it a nice hard kick, are you?
Take me up!
Whoa! What's that mechanism doing?
It's asking for a nice hard kick where it hurts. Aim for the weak spot. I'd have lost myself long ago if I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss. Surviving is tough, but taming the beast within is tougher. It's T'Pol's henchmen. He must have brought them here using the relic and his prototype wings. Watch out!
Log number 403. I told them but I also told them that progress can erase individual. I promised them that our research will be the new frontier. I only hope that when we finally achieve...
Imagine a world where the skies are... If only it were... But T'Pol, what about this? You're not sharing... Bad move. I won't let you get away with it. I'm fine. Let's keep moving. I can't believe he captured so many Kukasaurs. But right now, we have to focus on solving this problem at the source. Looks like we've reached...
And still no sign of Koya...
Let's search this area for now.
Chaska, Traveler, come quick!
What is it? Did you find Chime?
Not yet, but look! It's another one of T'Pol's notebooks!
Log number 428. We decided to... This is the final obstacle to... Log number 436. Anyway, as long as our log number 4... Log number 4...
Huh? I guess whoever wrote down the log number would...
Log number... We lost many comrades in the accident. But we cannot stop. As of today, we are scrapping the art. They are to facilitate all this we do to make T'Pol's dream a reality.
Given the way this is written, not to mention...
There's also a letter tucked in the end of the notebook.
T'Pol, I don't know where you are right now, so your father is great. I know you never liked him and cared even less for me. But we'll still be waiting here for you if you do come back.
So Puma's not T'Pol's real...
We know that T'Pol's... It looks like the real reason T'Pol didn't attend his father's... If we ask ourselves, it all points to one answer.
That's right. T'Pol was my child. His birth gave me new hope. I wanted to become the kind of mother who spent her days as a valiant rider, soaring the skies. Not an aimless, but his father wanted to settle down, to give his child a safe, sheltered life in his tribe. We fought about it constantly. He started a new I had no idea. Can you imagine, Chaska? Or how proud I was when he said he wanted to prove his own worth. And then the anguish that overcame me when he was rejected by the Kukasaur.
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face here.
Don't take this the... I trust you've learned of T'Pol's wish on your way here. A world where the skies are for all of humanity to share. If only his dream can be real, war will never again come at such a great... So tell me, Chaska.
Nothing you've said excuses all the conflict you've caused.
You mean the argument back at the tribe? Is a mother harming her? The phlogiston wings are that bitter pill. We will never progress as a tribe if... Once the people have embraced they will convince themselves that the sacrifice of a few Kukasaurs. But this, I had not anticipated.
Your plan was hard.
Yet, I'm sure you have your doubts about my methods. You know me, Chaska. As fellow humans.
Hey, quit the quips! This is...
Alpa, now... How many times peace imposed by... And yet you would break...
They are wild...
Ugh, how did someone like her ever become a writer?
It's all about survival of the fittest for...
You're wrong, Alpa.
Chaska, I will promise you this.
Well, that's too bad. Because I know a few, and the others? To us, they're friends, family, even children. So if you want to put any of...
Is that right?
Alpa!
Careful! Don't make any rash decisions. Unless you want to see her suffer.
Oh no, that's one of the extraction cages!
I told my subordinates to take control of the tribe while I was away. Luckily for them, our strongest warrior and our most powerful ally aren't there to stop it.
Take control? What are you planning to do with Mutota and his supporters?
Merely accelerate their inevitable downfall. They cannot stand in the way of... And since you insist on imposing me too, I have no choice but to keep you here.
So that's what you meant by I just...
No, Chaska. You are the strongest warriors. I just need you to stay here for the next... As long as the majority supports our vision, even the Pyro Archon cannot meddle in our internal affairs.
Your vision is deranged, and the Flower Feather Clan will never support it.
You sure about that? Then wait here and see. Time will tell.
What do we do? Even if the whole tribe fights back, Mutota's in grave danger!
Stop delaying the inevitable! Drop your weapons and get into the cages, now!
She's still holding Chime hostage. Is there really no other way?
Koya?
Huh? What are you Stand down! No!
Locked on! Give up, Alpa. We're negotiating my way now.
Hey, something's up with this relic!
Focus fire! Maybe it got damaged in the fight.
No. They're directly beneath us. My beloved tribe!
Okay. It's too powerful. But... Koya, don't worry. All I need is...
Don't be insane!
Alpa! What are you...
You're a fool! We cannot end...
I...
Sure, but I can fly... Here. This should be high enough to save the clan. What?
You don't get to die a hero today. Koya, are you hurt? What do you mean, I'm fine? Didn't I tell you to catch me on your back? Why did you try to shield me from the blast? Accident? Yeah, right. Seriously, you're as stubborn as ever.
Chaska! Koya!
How are things looking here? I think that's putting it mildly. I owe you one. Oh, but be honest.
Mom, I'll figure you don't need... I just need some more...
The flower feather, so it looks like... it's...
Koya! So, you're absolutely sure it's not because of the explosion?
Yes. The moment she Anyway, if she wasn't so...
I'll find an opportunity.
You'd better. No more...
Got it. You're awake. I'll go let everyone know.
Hey, but we're not done talk. She keeps... For all her confidence, she must have been a... And of course...
Koya, Uncle Cusco, we're here!
Ha! I was just telling her that she's not to...
Cusco.
Oh, Paimon...
Thankfully, when her co-conspirator, the two of them, and as it turns out, not all of... I'm so sorry you got mixed up in this, by the way. We should have caught on to Alpa's scheme. Most of the airborne workshop has now been dismantled.
Let's see how they like being locked up in a sky prison.
So, it looks like there's just one less conflict left to resolve. Peacemaker?
I said I had to wait until things had blown over, didn't I? And now they have. Koya, I just... Huh?
There's that family likeness coming through again.
But... Huh? So then, when did you finally make your peace with it?
It's cheap.
Let's burn this breeze.
Teamwork is strength! Lightning, terrified! Game's up. Fun's over. Let's fly! Locked on!
Hold on to your hats.
Open fire!